So hey everyone, and welcome to the Spotlight. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the most ambitious missions of my country's space program, Chandrayaan 2. So this channel is everything related to space. So if it's your kind of thing, be sure to subscribe. The Indian Space Research Organization, or the ISRO, is planning to send the Chandrayaan 2, their most ambitious mission up till now after the Mars orbiter mission. This time, instead of sending only an orbiter, they are planning to send a lander with a rover. This rover has a mission to collect data about minerals, moon's topology, presence of water, and even hydrolox. Hydrolox is a potential rocket fuel which, if discovered in substantial amounts and is found to be easily accessible, may turn out to be a game changer. It may make moon an intergalactic truck stop. Seriously, why not? It was previously set to launch on 2:41 am IST on the 15th of July, but was delayed due to a gas leak in the third stage of the rocket, which is the cryogenic stage. I said it's a good thing it got delayed and they caught the problem on time. What's the point of sending a rocket to space if it has to tumble down? Cryogenic stage is the third stage of the GSLV Mark III rocket. It pops out after the strap-on boosters and the second stage have done their work completely. The strap-on boosters are liquid fuel boosters in this case, and this type of a stage, the cryogenic stage, has a very high specific impulse and it's very efficient. That's why it is used. If you don't know what specific impulse is, I suggest you check out my video which I did explaining how do we calculate it, what does it mean, etc, etc. The launch is set to occur or take place at 2:43 PM IST on the 22nd of July. I'll be streaming it for sure, so be sure to check it out. Now let's talk about how the mission will proceed. The launch will occur on a GSLV Mark III rocket. The rocket launches, and after some time the liquid fueled strap-on boosters separate. Then the center core runs out and it also separates, and then the third stage, or the cryogenic stage, pops out once it's high enough, and then it enters an Earth orbit. Now, in that Earth orbit, it carries out orbit raising maneuvers, which is actually prograding at the periapsis, or the lowest point of the orbit, and it continues to raise its periapsis till it's equal to that of Moon, and then it starts its journey towards the apoapsis or to the Moon. And after it reaches the influential area of Moon's gravity, it retrogrades to enter a Moon orbit, and then the lander separates from the orbiter. Now the orbiter keeps on orbiting, but the lander changes its orbit and then lands on the south pole of the Moon. Now it does not happen, the landing does not happen how it is shown in the animation. It's quite inaccurate, but it retrogrades and lands. That's the whole picture. Now the question is, why is this mission so important for India? Now politically, the most powerful nations of the world, USA, Russia and China, have already softly landed on the Moon and also have sent orbiters. Now to prove itself capable of doing the same, India needs to land on the Moon. Well, we may have been the fifth and Israelis may have become the fourth, but that did not happen since the Bereshit lander unfortunately crashed. It was an anomaly, a quite sad one, but India, to prove itself a respectable spacefaring nation, and for ISRO to secure future funding for future more ambitious projects such as their own space station, they needed to perform this landing and they have to get it right in the first time. Well, I'm not saying that the ISRO is inferior to any other organization in any way. It has the record for the most satellites launched on a single launch and regularly provides cheap and reliable launches without using their first stage boosters. Yeah. But I'm not saying that they shouldn't do. They should reuse their first stage in the future, and I suggest every aerospace organization should use their first stage boosters again and again. And indeed, I suggest that every space organization should be a private organization. But that's a topic for another video. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and check out my Patreon page. If you don't want to lend out some support, if you have some goodness in your heart, if you support me, you might find good luck. Yes. And check out my merch. There's some really cool merch which I took time to make. So please check it out. And I am promising you that I'll step up the quality of the videos even more if you subscribe. Yes, if you subscribe.